Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be another episode of Food Review. Now, this one's going to be a little different. I figured I would try out something, and it's going to be kind of a series, and this one is going to be called Eating Peas and Philosophy. So, while I'm eating and while I'm reviewing the food, I'm also going to be talking about this short little bit of research I did about philosophy. And I think it's going to be interesting. So, first, I'll start off with the food. Just take a bite, see how it tastes. This is the spoonful I got. Yum. That is good. So we have peas, rice, cheese, and liquid of some sorts. It was draining from my ceiling. Probably water. Yeah. This is good. Now, these are canned peas, which is kind of unfortunate because I tend to prefer frozen peas. I think they taste better. But canned peas are okay too if you're like starving. Then rice is just, well, rice is one of my favorite things. It goes with just about anything. Avocado, tomato, carrots, cheese, beans, another type of rice, chicken, chocolate. It goes with anything. So, yeah. And then the cheese was just to, I don't know, make it look pretty. Let's get started with the first one. The definition of philosophy. So what I found on the dictionary was that it is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So that's just a basic definition telling you what this is. Now, philosophers, and this is saying, what is a philosopher? So, if you're a philosopher, you think a lot, you ponder over reality, and your job is kind of to create ideas, questions, and answers about existence, come up with different perspectives about the world, and ask questions like, who are we? What is this? And why is this? Which is a good question. Why is this food so good? That's some philosophy right there. Why? Because I made it, that's why. So Greece and ancient philosophy. That's where it came from. Because, well-known philosophers like Plato, Socrates, Pythagoras, and Aristotle are all Greek. Greece was also the birthplace of like mathematics and stuff that we do in school, so Greece sucks, I guess. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Socrates, he's like the, I don't know, everybody knows who he is, so he is credited with creating many of the fundamentals for Western philosophy and was a teacher to Aristotle and Plato, who became well-known philosophers themselves, which is pretty cool. So he's like the creator of philosophy, which is pretty neat. So he came up with like a lot of things and stuff, and you probably know him because everybody's talking about how smart he is and stuff. I figured I would look up some of his quotes, and I wrote these two down. So first, I know that I am intelligent because I know nothing. Now, the reason there's only two is because almost every quote I found was him saying that he knows he's smart because he knows nothing. Like, he just kept saying the same thing over and over again. So I thought that was kind of dumb. And it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not a philosopher, so whatever. Then this one I like a lot. So he says, when the debate is over, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Now, to translate that into English, he's basically saying that when you win an argument and the other guy's being a bit of a crybaby and he starts trying to insult you, he's a loser. He's a big baby loser. That's what Socrates is trying to say. Now, I guess my goal is to do a little freestyle philosophy. Let's start off with the question, why? That's an interesting question. Because you might ask, why what? What are you asking why about? Now, basically, I'm saying, why anything? Why are we here? Why does the world exist? Why am I eating this? It's why? Now, the answer to that would probably be me, since I'm awesome and I'm the best, and if nothing existed, I wouldn't, and there'd be nobody to appreciate how awesome I am. And that'd be a world that I would not want to live in. That'd be a sad world. Now, the next question is, I don't know. I haven't thought of it yet. Oh, how about this? No, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, back to the food. Yeah, so the peas are interesting. They kind of look a bit weird, like a bit darker than peas are supposed to look, I think. But I think it's okay. You get used to it. Now this rice is pretty good. Like I said, white rice is pretty standard, like nothing crazy, but you take a bite of white rice, you're not freaking out. Your mouth isn't exploding with flavor, but it's pretty solid still. It's really good. And like I was saying before, it goes with anything. Even philosophy. Yeah. So, it seems to be that Socrates and all those philosophy dudes are pretty cool. Now, would I recommend becoming a philosopher? Probably not. You're wasting your time. Nobody really cares. You're not really doing anything. And nobody's gonna pay you for it, so it's just a big mistake to become a philosopher. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna finish eating this food. Hope you learned something. Philosopher out.